ChrisVossShow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. As always, we talk about social media and business here on the Chris Voss Show. But like I say, the head game of being an entrepreneur or being in business for yourself is a very important aspect. Also is goal setting and being able to achieve your goals. And being self-actualized. If you're not familiar with what that means, go ahead and look it up. But being self-actualized, where you feel you're in control, where you feel you're in control of your destiny, your goals, and what you want to achieve, and you're not blaming or putting upon others, is a very important aspect of being successful. Because it's a little hard to deal with the issues in your life if you don't feel like you're the person in control. It's very hard to resolve those issues and follow through with overcoming them. So you kind of create more problems if you don't live your life in a self-actualized manner. Self-talk is super important. Now, you may have heard this from NLP or Tony Robbins, et cetera, but it's super important. Let me share with you some stuff. This is from soulpancake.com's website, and they had some questions on there. They have some really good questions on there about a few different things that I found interesting. But somebody put up a post. If the magic 8-ball really had all the answers, what 3 questions would you ask it? It's very interesting to me what a lot of people ask. Looks like Amelia Blanquera, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name, put up this post. And I pulled some samples from some of the different people and what they asked. But I want you to pay in mind the context as to which these questions are asked. Okay? So just listen very closely. And I'll run through a few of these here. Am I going to finish college? Will I even be able to get a job once college is finished? Will I eventually be 100% happy with my life? Will I ever be a healthy individual? What am I supposed to do with my life? Will I ever be remotely happy? Should I end this now? Kind of a disturbing question. How long will it be until she stops loving me and likes me like everyone else does? Will I ever truly make myself something of myself? When will I die? Will my family ever be happy? Can I take control of my ADHD, anxiety, depression once for all? And will I ever be happy as I aspire to be? And can I let myself be happy? So this is just sampling from the website. But hopefully you notice in the context to how these statements are made. They're made where someone is putting an authority or power outside of themselves, hoping that this person will, or that whatever power that is outside of them will help fulfill their dreams or their questions or whatever the case may be. Now, I know they're asking the magic 8-ball, but still, this is how a lot of people do their internal thought process. A lot of us think very quietly to ourselves, and this is kind of the way that a lot of people do or are taught to do in the way they're growing up. And they run through some very self-defeating self-talk. They feel like they're not in control. They talk like they're not in control. You may hear people that will come out and go, well, I don't have control of my life, so I don't understand why you can't expect me to be responsible. People do have control of their life. You can't make excuses, and you also have to talk to yourself in a way that makes you want to be successful. A long time ago I learned, I think it was from Anthony Robbins and a few different other successful people, how you tell yourself you're going to be is how your body reacts. Over the years I've told myself I'm horrible at names. Guess who tends to be horrible at names? I do. A lot of people will say to themselves, well, we never have enough money, and they never have enough money. The brain has a certain way of making and resolving problems, and what you tell it to do, it sits down subconsciously and goes, well, he wants me to do this, program the robot to do this. Well, conversely, it works very differently. A lot of times I can go to bed and I go, okay, what's the solution to this problem? And I won't be able to come up with it. I'll wake up the next morning, and all of a sudden, there's the solution there. My subconscious mind has been working all night to resolve that situation and playing with this little brain Rubik's Cube, I guess. And when I wake up in the morning, it's ready to tell the conscious brain, hey, we got that issue resolved for you. A lot of times I set goals. It's pretty interesting. I set goals for my business or myself personally, or I set tasks that are on a B and C, D level on my task list. What's always funny to me is somehow a lot of those things tend to get accomplished as time goes by and as the other goals are met in what I'm doing. And it's just almost like I put it on there and eventually it gets done. Now, these, of course, keep in mind, aren't immediate goals where, like, I need to do stuff on a daily basis. They're kind of like more like someday if goals sort of thing. So how we talk to ourselves is really important. If you talk to yourself where you're giving power outside of yourself, it cripples your mind to feel like you have control and make it like you're asking permission for someone outside of yourself. Instead, you need to change the syntax of how it's worded and, how can I make this happen? What are my plans to control the outcome of this? Otherwise, we become these witless victims. They're just waiting for someone to come along and benevolence upon us or bestow upon us, self-actualization and give us what we want. So let's run through these questions again. Maybe there's a better way to say some of them. How am I going to finish college? Or what do I need to do to achieve finishing college? What do I need to do to be able to get a job once college is finished? What do I need to prepare for? What do I need to learn? What do I need to educate myself? What steps can I take? Let's see, somebody wrote, will I be eventually 100% happy with my life? In what ways can I achieve being happy with my life now? Do you see how the question is completely different? It makes you in power. It says to you, how do I make myself life better? Instead of going, I hope whatever is out there in the universe comes and makes my life better. I mean, what a horrible thought to think that you're not in control. And I think there's a lot of people that think they're not in control of their lives, and they really are. And I think that's a sad thing, especially if you go through a whole life and you never figure that one out. What am I supposed to do with my life? Maybe a better question is, what can I do with my life? What sort of great advantages can I take in life, and what sort of success can I have in life, and how can I plan that? Should I end this now? Maybe the better question is why do I feel this way, and how can I be in a position of feeling like I don't feel like I should end this? Will I ever be remotely happy? How can I be happy now in the moment? May be a better question. What does happiness mean to me, and is happiness always something that I chase? Why can't I be happy now, and how can I make myself happy now? How can I make that happen where I'm happy now? Because you can be happy anytime you want to be. You just have to give yourself permission. You can do just about anything in life. You just have to give yourself permission. Now, are there consequences? Yeah. But, I think one of my favorite lines from Tony Robbins, I think, is like, if you want security, go to prison. Okay? You're in life. Go out and enjoy it. How can I take control of my ADHD, anxiety, and depression once and for all? The better question should be, what steps can I take? I'm going to control my ADHD and depression. What steps can I take now? What doctors are I need to see? And, how can I get this under control? A whole different context when you ask questions as to will I, or can I, or how will I ever be able to do this, as opposed to how can I make it happen? How can I control this? What do I need to do personally to make it happen? I don't know if that helps you in your life. I hope it helps somebody, because it was kind of disturbing for me to read some of these questions and see some of the posts, but it also gave me an insight that there are people that feel this way. So please monitor your self-talk with yourself, and it's super important. What you hear, what you see, what you tell your brain is what you get in your life. So keep in mind, if you don't like the reflection in the mirror, the problem is you. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com, and be sure to check back often. Thanks for taking time to come by and visit with me. Bye-bye.